Are you serious? Are you serious? Tensions are rising in Venezuela. Tensions are rising as the 48-hour strike starts. We're getting information. It is the latest protest against President Nicolas Maduro. Plans to convene a constitutional assembly. Matter of fact, elections to choose the members of the assembly will be held on Sunday, despite calls by international leaders and the opposition to cancel them. Critics say the assembly is a ploy by the president to expand his powers. President Maduro says the Constitution Assembly will promote peace and reconciliation by bringing sectors of Venezuela's polarized society together to discuss a new constitution. Well, here's the problem with that. What about all of the people's property that's already been seized? What about all of the businesses that have been repossessed, have been taken? What do you do about all the factories that were stolen, farms that were farmers were just thrown out and just took the property? What about the food processing? What do you do about look, you have to understand, you just can't go into a free society and start taking people's possessions, their property. They're seizing their bank accounts, taking over their businesses and putting someone in there and having them run it and just taking ownership of it. You just can't do all that, which is exactly what went on over a 15-year period under either Hugo Chavez or Nicolas Maduro. This is a rogue regime running Venezuela. They're no different than the days of Fidel Castro in Cuba. It's just that the Venezuelan super socialistic experiment was done subtly and was instituted among the constitutional representatives in a very, very soft coup. But now the people have said enough is enough. Because in a capitalistic society, if you own a grocery store, if you cannot provide the service, people quit going there and they go buy somewhere else. Eventually you go out of business, another person comes along, buys the location, and they try it. Okay? Whether it's a gas station, whether it's a restaurant. That's why people have to step up their game and have good service to keep and maintain a business. But when the government just takes stuff from it, throws people in to run it, there's no incentive for it to succeed. The government just collects the cash, just robs people, don't pay vendors. It gets uglier by the minute. And so it's destined to fail. And it's a failed experiment. But it's been done how many times? How many sovereign nations have been hijacked by this cancer called communism, now walking around in the disguise of super socialism? And really, this is all leading to the beast, the new world order, the one world government, with a one world leader that will do things even more vicious than what we've seen in Venezuela. So, folks, this is a serious situation. I have talked to several people from Venezuela who are literally stunned at what has been taking place in their nation. And it's a sad case. It's a sad case. So pray for the people of Venezuela. Get ready, folks. I don't think that it's not going to go down easy, and the people are not going to go down without a fight. The tensions have increased since the announcement, with the opposition of refusing to take part, of course, in the elections for the assembly, which they say is a tool for President Maduro to entrench himself in power. Folks, what's going to come down to, there needs to be a new leader needs to rise. Well, there is one. An opposition leader, Leopoldo Lopez, called on Venezuelans to set up street protests, saying the president's plan to rewrite the Constitution will bring an end to the country's democracy. He's right. The democracy's over anyway. They just don't know it's official yet. And I think that The people will not go down quietly. But see, they already took their guns away from them. I mean, that's the one thing Hugo Chavez did in the 4th year of his taking over of the nation. He confiscated their guns. They had no rights to bear arms. Now they have no way to protect themselves from a tyrannical government. That's one of the reasons in the United States we have the Second Amendment. It's your right to bear arms, and that's not to go rabbit hunting or deer hunting. That's to protect yourself from a tyrannical government, from tyranny. That's to protect us from a government that takes our rights away and ruins our way of life. And America is so close to this very same thing. So close. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Now, the only way you're ever going to have peace in this world is not in the world. Jesus said, in the world you'll have trouble, but in me you'll have peace. And so, as Christians, our duty in the midst of this chaotic world is to understand we're living in the last days and to continue to share the good news of Jesus Christ to every person we can. Pray for the nation of Venezuela. Pray for the people there. They deserve better. God bless.